Welcome to the Deep Dive, brought to you by Defiant, the on-chain lifestyle sports brand.
Great to be here.
We've got some really interesting stories today where DeFi, entertainment, and sports are intersecting, and we've pulled out the key insights for you.
Yeah, lots happening. Let's dive straight into the DeFi world first.
Sounds good. So first up is the SEC. They've delayed a decision on Grayscale's Ethereum ETF, specifically about staking.
Exactly. And this is, well, it's pretty significant. The whole debate hinges on whether Ethereum, especially with staking, is a commodity or, maybe a security.
Right. That staking component seems to be the sticking point, earning rewards for securing the network.
Precisely. And if the SEC puts the brakes on staking within these ETFs, that could really dampen institutional interest, couldn't it?
For sure. We're talking potentially billions in capital just waiting on the sidelines because of this uncertainty. It slows things down.
Definitely slows down innovation and sort of the integration of ETH into traditional finance portfolios.
Okay, so regulatory headwinds there. But switching gears slightly, MicroStrategy. They are not slowing down.
No, definitely not. Michael Saylor just announced another big Bitcoin buy.
Yeah, what was it? Around 3,500 Bitcoin.
3,459 BTC for about $286 million. Their total stash is, well, enormous now.
Over 531,000 BTC. That's roughly $36 billion. It's more than just speculation, right? It feels like a statement.
Absolutely. It's a huge signal of their long-term belief. They see Bitcoin as a core corporate reserve asset.
Which could really influence other public companies, potentially, making them rethink their own strategies.
It could. It really could start reshaping how corporations look at their balance sheets, maybe moving away from just fiat reserves. It's a fascinating trend to watch.
Definitely. But, while we see this big institutional push, there are still risks within DeFi itself, like this phantom wallet situation.
The lawsuit. That's a tricky one. A user claiming a pretty substantial loss, $500,000.
Yeah, tied to a meme coin transaction and what they're calling a security flaw in the wallet.
And this really puts the spotlight on wallet providers, doesn't it? What are their responsibilities, especially in this, fast-moving DeFi space?
Exactly. Questions about security, insurance, maybe even regulation. How are wallets built? What happens when things go wrong?
The outcome here could genuinely change things. It might push the industry towards, let's say, stricter security standards, clearer liability rules. It impacts user trust fundamentally.
Big implications for the whole infrastructure, really. Okay, let's shift over to sports and entertainment now.
Sounds good. Some big stories there, too.
Starting with the WNBA draft. Paige Bueckers went #1 overall.
Right, to the Dallas Wings. Not a huge surprise, maybe, given her talent, leading UConn and all that.
True, but she seems to represent something more, this sort of new era of women's sports stars.
Definitely. It's not just about the on-court performance anymore. She's using NIL deals really effectively, building a big online brand.
Name, image, likeness that's been a game changer for college athletes.
Totally. And athletes like Bueckers are showing how to leverage that into, well, real brand equity. This brings more eyes, more sponsorships to the WNBA.
So her success could actually lift the whole league, reshape the economics.
I think so. It shows the potential for growth and hopefully better financial rewards for female athletes across the board.
It's a powerful shift. And speaking of enduring stars, Lionel Messi.
Messi. Still scoring goals in the MLS, even at 37.
8 goals in 10 games, apparently. And now there's talk he's aiming for the 2026 World Cup.
Which would be his 6th World Cup. That's just incredible longevity, especially with the tournament being co-hosted here in the U.S.
Right. It adds massive appeal, obviously, but also legitimacy to the MLS, having him play there and still target the World Cup.
It really does. And it makes you think about athlete performance, Maybe peak careers can extend much longer than we used to assume.
With better training, sports science.
Exactly. It challenges those old assumptions.
So when you pull back and look at all this, the SEC and ETH staking, MicroStrategy's Bitcoin bet, the phantom lawsuit, then Bueckers and Messi.
Yeah, you see rapid changes happening across both DeFi and sports. Lots of moving parts.
Regulatory shifts, evolving financial strategies in crypto, new models for athletes building brands, pushing performance limits.
It really raises questions for anyone paying attention. How will institutional crypto adoption affect your finances? How will user safety evolve in DeFi?
Or on the sports side, how does this influencer-athlete model change how fans connect? What does Messi's longevity mean for future athletes?
Lots to think about. This deep dive is really just scratching the surface.
Absolutely. We encourage everyone to keep exploring these topics. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.